Hi new besties, welcome back to another episode of The Fitting Room. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you like to hear us yap about stuff. So today's topic, we're gonna take it a little unserious and we're gonna talk about the things that our moms, dads, maybe aunties or nene or atuk would tell us to make us stop doing something.
Yeah.
Like, I will start with the simplest one. The top of my head is some like people would tell me jangan makan berpindah-pindah tempat. Nanti you kahwin ramai. And for the longest of time, I was like, kenapa nanti kahwin ramai? Because at the time I was like standard 4, standard 6. So you know, you macam you tak faham kan. Dah besar, you realise, oh, it's to stop you from making a mess around, you know, because when you makan, for example, you have a plate of nasi, right? And then you makan, you jalan, bersepah lah.
As a kid lah,
kan? Or like when you, if you eat while you're walking, you're prone to like choking, or like to spit back out your food ke apa ke kan. So today we're talking about such things that, you know, the quote-unquote ridiculous things that, you know, older people would tell us to keep us from doing things.
So like, why? My parents always tell me not to turn on the lights in the car because it will blind the car behind. Have you never heard of that? My dad will always tell me to not turn on the lights in the car because nanti kereta belakang tak nampak.
For mine, it's not that. For mine, if someone turns on the car and the light, right? Tak nampak.
Number one, the logic around it. I'm driving now and I still don't get it.
It's not kereta belakang, it's the driver.
Oh.
It blinds the driver.
Oh, it blinds the driver?
Yeah, not the car at the back. They're just telling you that so you don't trouble other people.
Don't like my mind lah. Okay. I'm a driver now, I'm like, I don't see the issue with it.
I don't see an issue with it also because I drive a lot, right?
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the night, if someone just opens the door, the light, I'm like, yeah. And then every time that happens, I keep thinking to when someone says that to me, I'm like, yes, I just went like, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. So what else?
Oh, there's like a long list of it.
Okay. Let's go through it. Let's go through the list.
My parents always tell me to finish my rice. If not, I will have a pimple for every grain left. So as a good girl, you finish lah. Finish. It's a clean plate because you don't have a pimple. Yeah.
Okay, for me, I have something similar. But instead of having a pimple, they will say, if you don't finish your rice, nanti the rice menangis.
Oh my god.
So they will make you feel guilty for not finishing your rice. So I when I was a kid, I would make it a habit to like make sure my plate is clean. Not a single grain of rice because I don't want the rice to cry if I don't eat it.
Oh my god, that's so creative in like coming up with things to make sure we.
Sometimes when you think about it, it's like they're so creative in finding ways to make like kids like follow a certain set of rules of like adab, you know? I'm like, okay, I'm like, props to that.
I would never thought of it.
I bet it's actually generational though.
Is it? I would see myself saying that to my kid next time.
I see myself saying that to my kid also.
But the problem with the next generation is that they might question you back instead. They'll be like, is it? Tak nangis pun?
Correct, my nieces are already doing that to me.
Oh my god.
It doesn't work on them.
We are the good generation.
Okay, what else?
For me, because I'm a middle child, so I talk back to my parents. Okay, do not advise.
Classic middle child.
Do not advise that, but I talk back to my parents a lot as a kid. So they always say, you talk back lah, later line no strike you.
Oh my god.
It's like if you talk back to your parents, you get lightning strike.
I've never heard of that though.
Maybe this is a Chinese thing.
Or maybe because I'm the youngest. But also I've never heard of that lah.
What's it?
Lightning?
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything.
It's like a god punishment lah, they say.
To lightning though.
Maybe just my family.
Oh no. You got hit by lightning, right? If I try to talk back to my parents as a kid, they will say, "Mak cubit mulut kau." That is the consequence, not the lightning.
Or my mom has a better consequence. Last time she used, and she stopped after my elder sister lah. She will feed her with sambal.
She actually did that?
Yeah. But like in return, then my sister got really good in spicy.
Okay, good for her, I guess.
But yeah, she used to do that like as a punishment. Then she stopped, which is lucky.
Like literally,
after next in line.
Literally, actually doing aku cabai mulut kau kang.
Yeah.
Like literally.
My mom said, no. She really took it.
Okay lah, at least it gave your sister a chance to develop a high tolerance. Nothing can stop her now.
She likes sambal lah. She's not like traumatized with it, which is a good thing. What else?
There was a time, my dad would tell me like when you spot a rainbow, right?
Oh, there's treasure at the end of it.
No. If you point towards the finger, your finger to the rainbow like that, I think your finger become like that.
Oh shit.
And then my dad never gave me an explanation to it. I don't know why. And I still can't figure out the logic behind it up until today.
Maybe he's just trying to stop you from pointing.
Maybe.
Like that. Because it's rude.
It is rude. It is rude. You point like that or like that. Or,
Yeah,
we were taught in school to.
Yeah, to point like that lah. But don't like that, you know?
Yeah, I was like, when my dad was telling me, I was like,
yeah.
But because it was my dad that told me about it, or I didn't do
You
it lah. I listened to my dad like a good child that I was.
Yes. Well, for me, it's like they will see there's treasure at the end of the rainbow.
Oh my god, that's very English of you. Ada leprechaun tunggu at the end with a pot of gold.
It's a treasure of gold there. Waiting. I don't know what fairy tale was, I thought.
It's okay lah. I mean, a lot of cartoons did fit that.
Right.
I also at one point kind of believe in that, and then I like, tapi kenapa like when you move, the rainbow also move?
Betul.
So the pot of gold also move ke?
Yeah.
Why are
it's
they
like
playing tricks on me?
Unattainable, you know? It's like
Yeah. I think that's why they say there's a pot of gold.
Because
it's unattainable.
But like, will more people like try to go and find for it?
Yeah, whatever. What else?
I don't know. I mean, this is not something our parents tell us, but this is something that I grew up thinking, which is like, you know, watermelon. If you eat the seeds, the plant will grow in you. My parents never told me that. No one taught me that. I don't know where the thought came from. Why?
Yeah.
Why this?
It's the same. It's either watermelon or grapes.
Anything with the seed
If
lah.
I eat, right, and then nanti I panic.
Nanti you like,
macam mana kalau aku jadi pokok?
yeah.
Am I gonna die? And I was 7, just thinking I'm gonna die becoming a pokok buah anggur.
Yeah, but like what?
But I feel like it's a common thing that a lot of children think about because it's logic lah.
Because
you
plant a seed, it grows.
Yeah, like from a child's point of view, I guess it's like very logic.
I guess. Yeah, we don't know that our stomach actually has stomach acid that will break down the seed.
Correct. Thankfully, I grew up and learned science in school and realized that seeds cannot grow inside of you. You know, it doesn't have the nutrients to grow. Correct.
That is funny thought. That is really funny thought.
Have you heard of something like don't cut your nails at night or your life will become short or something?
For me, it's don't cut your nails at night because like if someone takes your nail, you will get a doppelganger or something like that. Yeah, something.
Oh, I never heard that though.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't care. I still cut it at night.
Yeah, I think the reason was because back in the day, kan, like kampung days, right? And then there's no sufficient light at night
betul.
to
Cut your nails.
light you up in the night to cut your nails. So nanti you tersalah cut lah what lah, then become another injury. And I was like, oh, that's kind of kind of logic to tell.
Yeah, because a lot of this technically came from back in the days lah.
Yeah, because I mean, it was a day where there was no internet and there was no like access to like TV or what, right? So I think I guess people just had to be creative
Yeah.
with what they tell their children.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even back then, education was not accessible to everybody.
Correct.
Yeah, it was difficult for
Yeah.
almost everybody back then
Yeah.
also, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Have you also heard like, jangan duduk atas bantal,
No.
nanti your butt bisul. Bisul, I think, is like bengkak. No, like I think like bengkak like I don't know. I don't really know what bisul. I just know it's a bad thing. And then
What's the logic behind that?
I guess in the Malay culture, you have a respect for things that are put on your head. So you don't sit on things that you put on your head.
You step faham?
Yeah, like it's the same logic like how we don't eat with our left hand because our left hand is used to wipe.
Yeah, unsanitary actions.
Yes,
lah, faham?
yeah. So you eat with your right hand. Yeah, it's the same lah. It's the same. So it's like a cultural thing to respect things that you put on your head. So you don't sit on it because it's meant for the head.
Faham?
But that one, right? That wasn't just my parents' style. That one my siblings also tell me. They were also in it.
Your whole family conspired to like scam you.
I'm the youngest child with the generational gap, and they lied to me. But yeah, I mean, I get it lah.
Yeah.
I don't sit on pillows also. It feels weird unless it's meant to be sat on lah.
Yeah,
You know
I mean,
what I
there's
mean?
a lot of like pillows nowadays that's meant to be sat on on your chair.
Yeah, correct.
So that your butt doesn't hurt after long hours of sitting.
Okay, what else?
Do you cross your eye?
Like
your mata?
no, I don't like doing it. It gives me like a headache.
Oh, that's a good girl. Well, I like doing that as a kid because it's like very funny.
Yelah, you middle child, right? You got problems.
Hey! But yeah, so my parents tell me to not do that. If I keep doing it, then it will be stuck like that forever. Then I got scared. See, I'm a good girl. I still listen to my parents.
Your parents were right. That was one way to get you to stop doing like that.
But it doesn't only apply to eyes. Like sometimes if I like, you know, sometimes when I get ulcer as kids, right, I like to hold out my lips like this though. Like this pegang. Because it's painful and uncomfortable. So I hold it out lah. Like,
oh my god, you were an interesting child.
I have my own brain. Like own way
I
of
also have my own brain.
I mean like own way of like thinking things, you know?
Interesting.
So my parents always tell me to stop doing that. If not, later my lips will be like that forever.
Okay, I have something. I want to sidetrack a bit. Do you used to, like as a child, wait to see the cartoon come, like from behind the TV? Like when you watch TV, right? When you watch TV, I had a thought, like, cartoon ni datang dari mana? So I used to.
Oh, you think everything is happening behind the TV, is it?
Yes. I used to. I went behind because back then the TV is like the big box TV tau. Belakangnya panjang kan.
Betul.
So I went behind the TV and I took a look at it. I remember this.
You did not understand the technology.
Macam mana ni? And then I was like, and then I went back to the screen. And then I looked back. And then I just left it there lah. I realized it was not productive for me to do that.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my parents.
Okay, yeah. That was a sidetrack. Things that ridiculous things I did as a child.
But yeah, talking about TV, my parents will also always tell me to not sit too close to the TV.
Nanti what, you go blind?
Yeah, but it is true lah.
It is true. It is true.
I don't know why. Why do kids like to sit so close to TV?
Like
you can still, like you have 20/20 vision as a kid. You can still see the TV and screen. I think sebab last time the screen was smaller.
No,
it is smaller than the
I think
TV
it's the satisfaction of the colours that you see TV. It's the same as when you look at phone lah. When you look at phone, right, sometimes you without you realizing you're looking at really close like that. You don't realize it.
Tapi phone is smaller, so it's like maybe understandable in a way.
I don't know. I guess it's the satisfaction they get
maybe
when
as
they
a
go
kid.
Closer to it, you know.
Be closer to the cartoon.
Oh, go behind the TV, check the cartoon. Mana cartoon ni? Pergi. I remember it was Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, I love Powerpuff Girls.
It was the episode with Bubbles and the octopus. The
Oh my
octopus
God.
plushie that became
When you-
evil.
Okay, I'm not sure about you, but like, do you like? Cause with me and my siblings, right? Whenever we see cartoon, we like to be like, oh, associate ourselves with the cartoon. It's just me.
What do you mean? Like pretend to be the cartoon?
No, it's like okay, cause like there's three siblings, right?
Uh-huh.
So like Powerpuff Girl, there's 3 characters.
Or then each one take one.
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
Yeah. I used to do that with my friends, and
It's so
it
funny.
wasn't Papa It was totally Spice. Everybody wanted to be Sam.
Of course. The best. I
Yeah,
guess.
the one with the long hair is the prettiest.
Okay. Oh God, but technically, Totally Spice kinda look like Papa Girl or the other way around.
It's just a teenager Papa girls who are Spice.
Like the third person is short hair, and then like the first one is like pink. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Anyways,
Anyways.
back to the topic. Oh my god, we got sidetracked. Okay, back to the topic.
What else?
What else?
What about washing your pad? This one I never grew up hearing it,
Oh,
but this one I know people talked about it.
mine was because after growing up, I realized that people say that no
People say washing pad is sanitary.
official. Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
everyone.
I guess it's like a very divided opinion on it.
Mhm.
Because what they will ask me to do is wash your pad. Kalau tak, nanti there will be like setan or
Yeah,
jin
yeah,
come
yeah.
and eat your blood.
Yeah, that's what I
Which
heard.
Which is, I believe there's no official saying.
Ajaran
yeah,
lah.
in Islam that actually says that lah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's one way for them to tell us to, because logically blood is unhygienic lah.
Yeah,
kan?
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
dirty thing.
Yeah.
So I guess washing it off
Instead of
makes
just
it more hygienic in a way,
Mm.
but definitely not in public restrooms lah.
Oh yeah.
Like no, you're just only spreading bacteria everywhere. Don't. I think just wrap it
Best
in
to wrap it tightly with like newspaper or like tissue lah.
just
If
wrap
you want
it
just tissue.
or like wrap it back with the padding punya plastic tu lah.
But that was a bit like too weak for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Kau tu kau buat selotip ke?
Tak lah, I wrap it like more layer lah. Kreatif lah sikit in the wrapping. You know, you wrap this side, then you wrap that side. Then you wrap this side, then you wrap that side. Okay.
Then throw in the sanitary bin.
Yes. Don't just throw your pad like that. Disgusting. Do you know how many times I see that in public restroom?
You see the blood ke?
I've pernah tau.
Yeah.
Because right, but I wasn't sure if that is here or is it in another country. They just like buang je the pad macam tu. Like dia tak balut pun tau. They just like threw it like that. It's so disgusting.
Disgusting.
It is, it
Tata
is.
they forgot. Which is also another problem, by the way.
How can you forget?
It's public restroom.
How can you forget you're in public restroom?
Disgusting.
Anyway.
Okay, what
Okay.
else?
Anything your parents ever told you to do as a lady to be more ladylike? Or like scammed you in order to be more ladylike?
No.
Like if your skirt is too short, you are inviting danger. Rose eyes, but like, that's what they say.
That's what they say.
It's always our fault.
Mine was like if you lay on your tummy, cannot raise your legs up because then it's like a shaitan punya habit.
Oh.
But apparently it's just to, because again back in the days people would wear kain batik, skirt, right? So if you do that, your kain jatuh lah, then
Then you
expose lah everything at
show
the back.
everything lah. I
So
see, I see.
I never do that also lah. I mean, I'm a good child. They say don't do, I don't do.
We don't question questions.
We don't question, even
Yeah.
though it's questionable, but we don't question it.
So anything else?
Okay, last one.
Oh, last time we have recorders in primary school.
Oh my god, don't play in
Yeah.
house or snake will come in.
Yeah, don't play at night. It's not say welcome. But I'm like, how am I supposed to practice on my recorder competition?
Go outside to the porch. Play in the porch.
No, even that my mom don't like.
Really?
Yeah,
I'll go
tak
outside the
boleh.
road lah then. Sing it to the car.
Bodoh. Dia kena think I'm like some weird creature. Yeah,
Oh my
seriously,
god,
don't sing
yeah.
lah, don't whistle lah, don't play all these musical instrument stuff ish lah at
Yeah,
night.
don't sing in the kitchen somehow.
Why ah?
Don't sing in the kitchen, nanti you kahwin dengan orang tua.
Ooh. What's the logic behind that?
It's the kitchen, you are cooking. Kau menyanyi betul
Then
nanti
terbakar.
ayam kau hangus.
Then the ayam dance with you.
I don't think that's how it goes, not sure.
But yeah, oh my god, these are so
Yeah, there's
funny things that
so many.
yeah, but it's kind of nice lah. Kind of you have like stories to talk about growing up because of all these funny beliefs that they put into us as a child.
Yeah. And then you have things that later on, if we do have children on our own,
Yeah.
we can tell them also, pass it on.
Yeah.
You know? Make them
Definitely.
realize how ridiculous it is. Okay. I guess that's all today. Because if you were to go through everything, it would take a whole day.
Yeah, correct.
So I guess that's it for today's episode in the ridiculous things that people tell us to stop us from doing things. So if you like this episode, please do give it a like, share and subscribe and give us a follow. Find our social media also. It's Neubodi, Neubodi.
yes, it's Neubodi,
Betul,
not
not-
Newbody.
Why?
No.
Okay. Till next time. Bye bye.